No one wise, Kubla, knows better than you that the city must never be confused with the words that describe it, and yet, between the one and the other there is a connection. If I describe to you, Olivia, a city rich in products and in profits, I can indicate its prosperity only by speaking of filigree, palaces, and fringed cushions on the streets by the mullioned windows, beyond the screen of a patio spinning jets water, a lawn where a white peacock spreads its tails. But from these words, you realize at once how Olivia is shrouded in a cloud of soot and grease that sticks to the houses, that in the brawling streets, the shifting trailers crush pedestrians against the walls. If I must speak to you of the inhabitants' industry, I speak of the saddler's shops, smelling of leather, of the women chattering as they wave raffia rugs, of the hanging canals whose cascades move the paddles of the mills. But the image these words evoke in your enlightened mind is of the mandrel set against the teeth of the left, an action repeated by thousands of hands, thousands of times at the pace established for each shift. If I must explain to you how Olivia's spirit tends towards a free life and a refined civilization, I will tell you of ladies who glide at night in illuminated canoes between the banks of a green estuary. But it is only to remind you that on the outskirts, where men and women land every evening like lines of streetwalkers, there is always someone who bursts out laughing in the darkness, releasing the flow of jokes and sarcasm. This perhaps you do know, that to talk of Olivia, I could not use different words. If there really were an Olivia of mullioned windows and peacocks, of saddles and rug weaves and canoes and estuaries, it would be your wretched, black, fly-ridden hole, and to describe it, I would have to fall behind on the metaphors of soot, the creaking of wheels, repeated action sarcasm. Falsehood is never in the words, it is in the things.